Good morning. Good morning, guys. How are we doing this morning? Well, it's a bit crooked, isn't it? Welcome to the stream. Another relentless stream. Sorry I couldn't get on yesterday, guys. A bit busy. I don't bloody stop, do I? Just finished setting up. Shan't be long. So much to set up in the morning now. And I don't want to talk football today. I'm not doing it. I'm not talking about Isaac wanting to leave. I'm not doing it because all it does is piss me off. Footballers these days, man. Don't know how good they've got it. Come on. Pop it on the screen. Let's see if this works. Come on. Anytime now would be lovely. Where is the chat? Chat? Oh, please. Yes. It's off on this phone. I'm just setting up, guys. We'll go straight into it though, as soon as I'm done.
Morning!
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm alright, how are you? Who's that?
Oh,
Oh, it's Chase! Bloody hell! How are you doing, mate?
alright man, alright.
Where have you been? Are you in Thailand still?
No.
Not now.
Got a few fingers in pies.
As you do. Are you still grafting?
Yeah. Every time I look at my phone, I'm about to get out to do a load, then I get back and I think, shit, missed the Discord.
Oh, yeah, well, we're on, man. We're on. We've been on every morning. Well, I say every morning. I wasn't on yesterday. I was busy, but been on most mornings. On stream, we haven't took a loss. Our last loss was in May.
That AUD.
You are?
Have you been watching AUD USD?
Don't really trade that. I can have a look, like.
Weird one at the minute, like.
Yeah.
It just went up and up and up and up and up. I was like, is this gonna stop?
Yeah. A lot of them have been like that though. It's strange times. Strange. I need gold to come back down, to be honest with you.
I think the dollar's getting a bit stronger, like.
Well, we hope so. We hope so. But then NAS started going all the way up. So yeah, I'm just setting up.
I've been watching gold as a bit on the rise, like.
Yeah, it was too. And nearly hit all-time highs again the other day, 2 days ago.
It's ready for a downtrend now. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, I do now is I had sells literally from that top, which would have been lovely. The name is already in use. Morning guys, if you're watching on TikTok, welcome. Like, come on, work. There we go. There we go. Up here on the swing.
I'd already said there was me and you in the room. I was like, oh, I can't live below.
Yeah, well, I'm on YouTube and that.
YouTube.
YouTube.
We'll refrain from swearing and using foul language.
No, you can swear all you want, Jace. You can, especially you. You get away with everything. You're allowed. You're allowed, mate. You're allowed. So are you actually working today, or?
Yeah.
Are you in the van?
Yeah, I'm on my way to Rotherham.
Ooh, Rotherham.
Yeah, I know.
Careful.
But it's about the time you do your trade, that's when I'll be tipping, so I'll miss that again.
Well, we'll see. Oh, right, I'm all set up. Let's get into a top down there. So, guys, welcome to the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on TikTok, so quick overview. So I trade London session every morning from 8 AM UK time. Our last loss was in May. We haven't. Every trade we've taken on stream has been tracked. That's the stats we've had so far. So we're doing fantastic. There we are. Every trade on here has got its own little YouTube link, so it shows the. For all transparency, every trade's got its own little YouTube link when we took that trade. What else is there? That's about it really. So that's the logbook. So we're doing really good with the logbook. Nothing's been put on this logbook what hasn't been taken on stream. If you're watching on TikTok and you want to see the charts, what we're trading, head over to YouTube, which is in the link in the descriptions, and you can see what pairs we're trading and what trades we're taking basically. If you do have any messages, drop them in the chats, or you can DM me. I do reply to everything. So pairs we trade: gold, NAS 100, and oil. That's what I mainly trade. So we're going to go straight into oil, and we always start off with a top-down analysis because that tells us the full story of that pair for the day. Okay, so we always do a top-down analysis. We'll do one on gold and NAS, and oil is a swing trading pair, so we don't really do a top-down on it. We just sort of check on the daily and the weekly. So let's get amongst gold and see what's going on. So now I wasn't on yesterday, but if you watch my stream back from yesterday, when we were last on, we were on this. Okay, this is what we'd seen, and what we identified is that gold closed respecting this area at 3432. Okay, we didn't break above. So we were expecting a daily bearish candle all the way back down to 3384, right? I clearly said that on the stream on Monday. And the reason we were expecting that is because every time we've came up to this level, the next daily's pushed down to at least that level. So even if we were going to drive up, I would have still expected a pullback to this level. Okay. So we were looking for sells. Now the issue we got is, if I go down the time frame, what I wanted to see is I needed to see another high being formed. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Now we did grab a trade on the way up, but I wanted this to be broken again one more time. I wanted another top before, and then I was looking at sells below here. So that's what I had in the plan. Now unfortunately, let's go to the 1 hour. Unfortunately, so what I wanted was price to come back up, create another high, and then to come down. This wasn't enough for me, and then price just absolutely shot through the floor, I believe. So we didn't break a high, so I actually missed the move on the way down. However, we did catch some buys up. Okay, we did catch some buys up, which was nice. I can't remember when we caught the buys up, like, but I think we grabbed, what was it? It was 38 pips we grabbed. No, it wasn't. Which was it? I can't fucking remember now.
How'd you get the chart on Discord?
It was 38 pips we grabbed. That's what it was. 38 pips. Oh, is it not on? Sorry, I didn't put it up.
No.
Sorry, my bad. So yeah, it was 38 pips we grabbed yesterday. Oh, excuse me. I can't remember where the trade was, so I'll have to have a look back. But yeah, so, and then if we go to the daily, if we look what the daily done, literally all the way back down to exactly where we've tapped. Okay, exactly where we've tapped. So what does this mean now for us? Well, it means that all this is not valid anymore. And all this is just for nothing. Okay. And we had that daily, and then the next day carried on pushing down, and then it looks like we're continuing down now. So if we look at what price is doing, right? And let's say every time our prices came from these levels, where has price pushed to next? That's all we've got to do, because all trading is, it's probability. What has price done? I don't know why it's so dark, this. I don't know if it's me or what. So what has price done in the past? Because what it tends to do is price tends to copy what it's done in the past. So it's all about probabilities and trying to find previous data where price has done the same. So now if we go onto the weekly time frame, let me just get rid of these before I do that. So if we go onto the weekly time frame, I'm expecting the weekly to actually flip and push all the way down to 3207. And the reason I'm expecting that is because every time we sort of reject from here, price tends to pull back, up, pull back. You can actually drive all the way through that area. And also, we had 3 candles which struggled to break the highs of that area. So therefore, if I get rid of this, what range are we still in? Well, we are technically still in this range. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming down, shouldn't we? We didn't actually fill the range with this one. So I can see this weekly flipping to the downside and driving all the way down. Now, the issue we've got now is we are on, what day are we on? Thursday? Was it Thursday yesterday? No, it's Friday today, isn't it? Is it Friday today? Yeah, it's Friday. So we've only got one day to do that. Now, then we've got to look at, okay. So this weekly to drive down, we're going to need a bloody big daily candle. Can we get one daily candle what looks like that? So this is where we've got to go down to the daily and see if price has done that in the past. So if we look left, we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. So what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that the weekly doesn't drive straight through with one daily candle. So then that gives me probability that the weekly is not going to drive all the way through to that area now, right? If anything, we could come and tap these levels at 3300. That's what we could be tapping. And it does look like, let's get to these. Mark this up. So that means this has to be our extremities for today. That's what the daily could tap today, right? Because we had a daily here, tap, daily here, tap. These ones didn't actually tap. We had two doji candles. Yeah, then we had a gap and then we came through to tap. Okay, but we still eventually came through and tapped. So that now that we've sort of done a top down, we know the weekly could flip to the downside, but we also know that the daily can push down to 3301 from this level. Every time we've rejected from here, every time we've came through to 3301. So that tells us that the probabilities are pretty good. Now, what would be better for the probability? Well, it would be better if this happened more than 3 times, 5, 6, 7 times. You think if 7 times price rejects from me and comes down to here, you're probably going to bet that it's going to do the same. And that's all trading is. Probabilities. What is the probability of price doing that? What has previous data told you? So, yeah, I'm interested in sellers today, all the way down to 3301. I'm not sure I'd sell any further than that, just because of these areas of rejection. The only thing what could catch us out today is this area. So before driving down, you had a doji and a bearish, and then you had 2 of the dojis, then you messed about a bit, and then you sort of dropped. So could we get that today? Potentially. But if we look at where these tapped, so this tapped here, that there is now the 100% mark where price taps. Even if we're going to get this, we should still tap 3341. Yeah, 3341. But now it's a case of how do we get in? How we can't just enter. Well, you can, I suppose, but it's not how I trade. How can I get in on this to trade? So what we need to do is identify some ranges on the lower time frames. So let's turn the Meraki off. Let's go down to the 6 hour. Actually, let's get rid of this. Let's put the Meraki on and see what that picks up. That doesn't really help. So there's a 4 hour range here. So let's check that 4 hour range. We'll mark that up. So not really liking that 4 hour range, to be honest. The 4's all popped through. Okay. That's the 4. Let's look at the 3. Ooh, so we've had, I'll tell you what, here we go. So we've had a breakout on the 3. So this is the 3 hour range. If we can get a pullback, just to rule out this fake out, tapping previous support, we could maybe get sell stops underneath off the 3. Okay, so now what we do is, we've had that breakout of the 3. I need a pullback to retest this zone, just to rule out the fake out We don't want to get that. Okay, so we want to get back up, tap, sell stops underneath there. If you do flip, you're highly likely going to be tapping 3341 at least. Okay. And also what we need to do now is go, okay, every time we get a 3-hour close below this level at 3362, what happens to price? That's what we've got to look at now. So we scroll left. We can't really take these into consideration because price is coming up and then back down. Okay, so we're going to ignore that one. I'm going to go off these ones. So we've got a 3-hour close there, price comes through, tap these levels. You got a 3-hour, this is more coming back up, so I don't know whether I would take that one. Disregard that, disregard that. These ones, 3-hour close, back down, 3 comes straight through, taps again from the upside. We've got a 3-hour close, pull back, and then gone. And this is a big gap, so this sort of puts us off. That's all we got. And what I do want to look at though is, would we get a win back here? We have a lot of rejections from this level. Let's see what this is about. We get a win back from there. What's a 4 doing? The 4 hasn't broke out yet. No top wick on the previous 4. We need to break the high again. Do we? Don't really tell us much. We know the 3 looks nice, but we need that pullback. Can we get that pullback first? The 2 again is in a clean traffic range down to 3353. So again, we would probably want that pullback. He broke out twice there, and that was the original breakout of the 2. The one before top wick. So you could have took this next one. So we've missed that one. What's the ones doing? The ones are going to be interesting. One closed bullish, so it does look like we need to come and break a high. Probably. So, yeah, can I get this one? Pull back. We could potentially get sell stops underneath, or we could just take an hour close below this area. Let's have a look. We might have a potential win back sell as well from 3367. So 1. 30 is closed bullish. Nice fake out to the upside. 15. It's gonna close. Tell you what. Good morning, Mr. Toes.
Harry,
How are you doing?
mate, having a wander down the beach.
Oh yeah, no work today.
Not till about 11:30.
Yeah, tell you, you've got bloody good.
I have it even better when I'm funded trader, mate.
Well, yeah. So guys, if we can push up and tap this level, ideally break this high, and then we push back down and close below 3359, probably look to take that, because the only reason you're coming back into this range is probably to break these lows. That therefore would be your advantage point. But if you think about the higher time frame, every time the 3 closes below, the 3 comes and taps 3341. Yeah. And then if you think about the daily time frame, we know the daily can come, it might not. 2 out of 3 can come down to 3301. So if we can work out the entry of where the daily's pulling back, and we get in off the daily pullback, like round here, or this wing back maybe, we could then grab some really nice trades all the way down. So it could be really nice today, but we've just got to be patient. But I really want that pullback. The 30s in the next to close. Now the 30 for me, it closed back in this minor. It's only a minor range this, but it's closed back in. So yeah, I can't do anything until I get this pullback. Simple as that. If price decides to flip and drive down now, how could we get in? Let's have a look. We could potentially take a 1 hour close below 3353. We could take that, I suppose, if the 1 hour does, but the 1 hour can drive. 1 hour close. Let me just look left for the 1 hours. Yeah, so the 1 hour can completely fill the range, that's what I'm saying. 1 hour pullback. Enough. Tell you what, there's a wing back area here. We reject from this area quite a lot. Could be pulling back to that 3363. I might take a wing back sell on there, you know, guys. Look at that. Price comes down. Yeah. Pulls back, taps it there, taps it again, and that initiates the push all the way through. And what we could do is, if the hour closes above this level, we could just get out. Where would our stops be on this? That's what we'd need to work out. So stops for me would probably have to be above this, I think. That's the gap, so we can't really go off that. Back up. I'm interested in wing back sell from 3363 if we pull back. I'm also interested in another entry at 3367, but the only issue on this, stops would have to be around 3375, which is, let's see, took this one. I mean, our target is actually down in 3301, so it's not too bad. It's a just shy of 5 to 1. My get out of this is if the hour closes above 336. Would it be the hour? Would it be the 2? Sorry, if the 2 hour closes above. But I'm just looking at the 2 hour. If the 2 hour closes above, you can look to get out. You still put the second entry on. Interesting, interesting. Toe closed above. Toe closed above. The thing with the wing backs, you take partial move to break even area would be different. It'd have to be here, or you'd have to go risk free here. Could even get a third entry on it. Where's chaos? So we've got 3 areas where price can reject from off the daily. Here, here, here. Price goes easy, come up, reject from here, higher or higher. 3 areas, but that daily should be coming down. Failing that, we could just wait for the pullback and get sell stops off the 3, which you could probably add on anyway. Yeah. Okie dokie. So I think I'm keen on that. So that's as long as price stops him moving down. We need that pullback. Now, because the 3's split back to the downside, I need a pullback now to get sell stops underneath. The 3's in pretty clean traffic. So the 3's in proper clean traffic down, but we're trying to work out if we need to retest this zone or the drive down, right? But then we don't know how big these wicks are going to be. That's what we're saying. Now to get into the downside, if the hour closed below here, if you get an hour close below here, we could just sell down to 3342. Why's this rejected here? Through. I'd want to pull back though. Go left. Here. Here. So if we get that hour close below, I'd need a wait for the pullback to rule out this fake out, even though it still drives through after the fake out. We could potentially get a wing back sell if the hour closes below, because you do tend to pull back to this. So if we do close below, I know I've got lines all over. If we do close below, this wing back sell will become valid at that point. Yeah. Oh. Pulls back perfect to that area. So yeah, we've got nice setups. We've just got to wait, guys. We've got the ambushes set. We've just got to wait. Just got to wait. It's just not like it's completely fooked us off that 3 on there.
Difference between profitable traders and traders not trade.
You're proper crackly there, Pete.
Yeah, that's the difference between profitable and non-profitable. I think it's no one went to trade.
Yeah, you're right. I always say this, if you feel like you're not learning, if you're not in the trade, that's where you're going wrong. Oh, what's happening?
I think that's the biggest thing I've learned this year.
Yeah. Stream's gone crazy. Yeah, so let's see this wing back. is on for me, but I'm just not sure we're going to get. This swing back is on for me. I'm not sure it's going to hit. If the hour closes below, we'll wait for a top wick. Yeah. The only way we could have got in sooner than this is off the 2, really. But that was like 4 o'clock, well, 6 o'clock. You had a pull back, you could have got in off that too. It was a lovely break into that area. And then you know you need to come and fill this range. So we've got 22 minutes. Let's see how this hourly closes. If this hour, so what I'm after with the hourly is, if the hourly can close like this, that's then when this wing back becomes active. Take sells from there. And then I need a pullback to at least previous support. But ideally, see where this wick is on the other side? Ideally, that's where I would like a pullback to. Which is probably what I would want, because I know the ones tend to close bullish after close below. But this wing back sell would become active. And the thing about this wing back sell, we could have tight stops on this. And the reason we could have tight stops on it is because every time the one is closed below here and pull back and close bullish, they all tap this in and reject. So that tells me that we could have stops just above it, and if we tap the stops, it's just new data. Am I still there? What are you doing? Am I still there? Hello? The OBS keeps crashing.
No, you're still on, mate.
Alright. So yeah, we've got 20 minutes so guys, I can't really do much here. Okay, so that's goal. Ooh, let's do a quick top down on NAS. Monthly doesn't tell us much, we're very bullish. Weekly doesn't tell us much, we're very bullish. Daily closed bearish, but again doesn't tell us much. It does look like it needs to come back down actually. Had a break of the highs as well. Okay, so if there's an hour and 20 left of this 6 hour. If this 6 hour can close below this level, we could potentially look to sell. Where there though? 3. The same with the 3. 2's filling the range. Missed a nice fake out there. Again, that happened in the morning. Yeah, I need a 6 hour close. If I can get a 6 hour close below, wait for a top wick and you potentially sell down. That's an hour and a half. So we'll have to come back to that. Oil. Daily, so I'm close to another entry on oil. Right, but I need a weekly close back above this level. And we're looking for another entry. If I get a weekly close back above this level, or no, yeah, I need a weekly close back above there, and we're looking for another entry. But we're still in on this on a swing trade, so I took most of my profit out around 71.10. Our target was to hit 80. So if I push up, pull back to this wedge, we were looking for more entries to come further up. But then America decided to bomb Iran and we had this big drop. So it's a case of what is price going to do now on oil. Are we coming back up to get back above this wedge? to retest to carry on up, or is this just another tap of this wedge, come down, break, retest to continue to the downside? And if that's the case, we have got sells below 57.02. So we're close on oil. We're just waiting on a weekly close. That's it. That's all we're waiting for. That's all we got, guys. Oh, look at gold dropping. Let's see what this does. So if we get that 1 hour close below here, and we hit this wing back, let's work out where the stops could be. One hour close. Because these don't look like it's going to get tapped now. Oh no. It's like if we get stopped out there, it's just, we're just wrong data. Oh wait there, what's this one here? It might need to go above this. There's a potential second entry as a worst case here. Where there now? What's wrong? Because this didn't break below. So this one broke below, and then you came up, and then you pushed through. But if we tap this area 3342, we delete. Oh, here we go. 1 hour close below. I might have to have stops above that actually. Potential second entry. I'll clean all these lines up soon, guys, don't worry. This doesn't look like it's going to be valid now. Or this one. This one. Oops. 3363. This is only if the hour closes below. If the hour doesn't close below, we're going to have to redo. So this is the plan, guys. If the hour can close below 3353 and we get a pullback, we can put sell stops underneath. Okay, but also these wing back sells will become active. One here at 3357 and one here at 3360. Right? Stops for me would be a 3363. If we come back up to that area, it's basically new data. What's happening? It's, you know, we were just wrong basically. So we ideally need a close below 3354. So we've got to wait 12 minutes, guys. You're watching on TikTok, welcome. I don't even know how to see who's watching. I don't know how to see the comments. Where's the comments at? It's a bit blurry on this phone. Gotta get another phone. Don't know who's watching, so if you are watching, welcome to the stream. Oh. What a lovely 15 close, I believe. Oh, it's close respect, and that's interesting. Two minutes, guys. Back in a second. Come on, say hello. Come on, say hello. Dogs want to say hello. Dogs want to see me. Right, I'll go make a quick brew, guys, and we'll be back for that 1 hour close. Okay, back in a second. Are we looking? 1 minute 42 for the hour to go. Are we going to close? We need to close below, guys. We need to close below. Come on. If we don't close below, do I need to see that? What is this? Is this the... Still another hour for the 2. Has bright price drove through if it hasn't closed below? Okay. So 5 seconds. We haven't done it, guys. What does that mean? I can't touch this yet, guys. This is not for me at the moment. So I just want to have a look where ones don't really get picked up. Right, this is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to do another full top down. Another full top down. And I do this sometimes. If prices... or if I just get a bit... If I just need to reset and have a clear look at it again for the zones, I just do another top down. Okay, so let's do another fresh top down. So the monthly doesn't really tell us much because we've had 2 doji candles, not much of a bottom wick, and we're pushing, and price can continue up, right? Can just continue. But we can just continue on the monthly. Now, then you come on to the weekly. Now, what's going on with the weekly? So for me, the weekly range is this, right? This is the weekly range. So this is the weekly range. And if we look at, sorry, from here to here is the weekly range. And what we had is we had a breakout. So we're expecting price to come through after a top wick. It didn't, we closed bullish. We closed bullish and we closed here. Still respecting this level at 3358. Then we had another bullish candle, still respecting 3358. And then we had a bearish candle, still respecting 3358. So we've had 3 candles to close above here and we still didn't. Okay, and we haven't finished on this weekly. Now, I'm not saying that this weekly can't close above, because it can do if it wants to. Price can do anything. But what we have to do is act upon what we see. So what do we see? Well, we see that we've struggled to break above there. Now, and the range what we're in is between this and this. So therefore, could we see this weekly candle flipping and driving down? Yes, we could. But remember when we went onto the daily time frame, which we're going to do now anyway. But once we went to the daily time frame, it showed that the daily can't really drive all the way through. So that tells me that, okay, well, if this weekly's not going to drive through, what could this weekly look like? We could maybe look like a small bearish candle like that with a nice top wick, if we're going to close like that. So yeah, I'm still in this range, so I'm still expecting to come down. And then if we flick onto the dailies, now we missed some really sexy. I missed this down. I actually had it all marked up, but I missed it all. And sometimes that's just the way it is. We know that price can come and tap at least here off the daily, because every time where prices came from these levels, 1, 2, 3, they all pull to at least this one. This one pushed to here, and the others push straight through to like these levels. Yeah. So price should be pushing through to that at least today, even if it's going to reject and close bullish. But if we are going to drive down, it's the next range. So this is now the daily range for us. So this is our target. This is the weekly. This is the daily. So could we see the daily push down to that? We definitely could. We definitely could, because you've got one daily candle there. You've got another big daily candle. It doesn't quite make it. I know another daily makes it, but still you've got another daily candle there. And I know this is a gap, but still you're looking at price to come down to that level. So from this daily candle, yes, we can definitely push all the way back down, right? But remember, these are daily candles, so this daily is constantly moving up and down. Right? This daily is not just going to go straight away down. It's constantly moving up and down. It could even come up for a steeper top wick if it wants to before coming down. There's enough time, and we don't want to get caught in that. So we're expecting the daily to come down to that at least. Now, how can we get in? This is the thing. How do we get in when prices are dropping like this? We've missed moves already to get in, so we haven't been able to get in. The only move I've got really is if the what was it? Ball's closed bearish. We could have took that as our advantage point, but we've missed that move. We probably could have took this 4. So we've missed that. The 3 is broke out, but I wanted a top wick, and we haven't had the top wick, and we've flipped. So that really doesn't help us. Two. And the 1 didn't break below. If the 1 can pull back, okay, this is what we're going to do. If this 1 can pull back to this level, I'll just get a sell stop underneath. If the 1 can pull back to there, I'll get a sell stop. Now, put this on. Put that as a zone, even though we haven't broke out. But I can see the hour just driving straight through, but without us. Or if we push back to this level, I might get this wing back on. That's what I could look at. Stocks. Might be a swoop entry. How did that do that? Just be a sell. I need a pullback. I can't do anything without a pullback, guys. If I get a pullback, I'll get sell stops underneath. I'm not sure I'll take these wing backs. If I take these wing backs, it's going to be a swoop entry, so it'll be low risk. Be low risk. Yeah. It'll be low risk with a tight stop, and it'll be a case of like if the 5 closes a set above a certain point, we just close out. Yeah, we could look at that, but I need a pullback. I'm on till 10 anyway, guys. And I'll probably look to call it, but let's see if we can get this pullback. I would expect price. The only reason you've come down here is to break this low, and this is why I'm saying we could easily drive through. If price drives through and taps this, I'm done for the day. Okay, I haven't been able to get in. And this is the thing, it doesn't make. This is why I have such a high win rate. Because I'm very picky with my trades. I need to see what I need to see. I set my ambushes and I say, okay, well, if price does this, how can I get in? Well, I'll set this ambush. If price does this the other way, how do I get in? Well, I'll set this ambush. And then I wait for price to do it. If price doesn't do any of them two, and does something completely different, I don't get in. That's it. I don't chase price. You don't chase price, you wait. You set your ambushes and you wait for them to walk into your ambush. So don't walk into your ambush. Not a problem, we set it again tomorrow. Why do you want to co-host with me? With 2 creators, why? I don't know yous. Mughal, Asa. Good morning, Joel. What else is on? Good morning, pal. Was it your pal? Resin, Kevin, Bride, Becky, Jess. I don't even know what I'm looking at on TikTok, guys. Not really glued up on it. Come on, the one. What are you doing here? What is your plan? I'll tell you what we could do. Where would my stops be though? Again. We could have a swoop entry on the 15 if the 15 pushes up. Might not though, this is the thing. If the 15 comes up, we can look for a sell from here. So it'd be something like this. The target obviously would be down in that daily range, which I believe, or is that it? No, it's this. So, and the way we would manage risk is if the 15 closes above. If the 15 closes above, we would look to just get out. It would be less risk, so I'd only be risking probably 0.25, no more than 0.5% on a 50k account. But yeah, the safest thing to do would just be sell stops underneath. You've got the 2's the next one to close, so actually let's have a look at the 2. Let's see what the 2 does. So again, this is a 2 zone. If we look at every time the 2 closes below this, what happens to price? Thing with the 2's can drive down. So he's a nice close. Here you have a 2 close. Don't tap this area. You have a lovely pullback. Just taps our wingback sell to come down through. So that's really good. Still got 45 minutes left to the 2 though. 2 close. You don't pull back. You just drive. 2 close, but you already tap it. Just 2 close, pull back, taps this area, and then pushes through. So yeah, I like the 2. 2's looking nice. 2 close, pull back, would have hit our stop, so if we move stops above a bit. 2 close, pull back, gone. See this 2 close respecting, getting back up. And we look for the first one which broke below. 2 close, I already tapped it. Disregard that. Straight through. 2 close below, don't quite tap it, you pull back and flip. Could maybe grab the sell stops. I believe that's it. So yeah, we could do the same off the 2, guys. If the 2 closes below, we can get sell stops on. But you've got 45 minutes left of the 2. So the 2 could really drive down here. Really drive down. He's got 42 minutes left as well. This 3 could easily drive through this range. Up. Let's see what this 5 does. that 5 drop. Do this to me. Here's the thing, it comes a point where you're just watching price move where you know price is going to go, but you just can't get in. So it comes to a point where you've got to just say, right, I'm done for the day. I mean, look at that 5 close, a huge 5 candle close. You've got the 30s, the next one to close. I just can't get in. Can't get in at the moment. What we're after is something like this, basically. So we've been dropping. Then we need a rejection. We need a bullish 30. That would allow the, what would that be, 10 o'clock? That would allow the 2, the 3 and the 4 to close, and then pull back, tap our wing back sell, and then we continue down to our target. That's what we're after. Okay. Well, guys, if we come straight through and tap 3342, I'm done for the day. Okay, welcome if you're watching on YouTube. Drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, put the notifications on because it'll let you know when I'm on. So I do trade most weekdays between from 8 o'clock onwards. But sometimes I'm not there, like yesterday I wasn't there. So it'll be good to get notifications. Also, you can get into a Discord, our free Discord, and I drop it in there when I'm on as well. Yeah, our last loss, guys, we'll go over our stats actually. Our last loss was in May. So we've only took 1 loss on stream. We started back on streaming in May. Every trade taken, it's got a YouTube link where we've taken it on stream. Nothing's on here or we haven't took on stream. Okay. Our last loss actually was the first trade back on stream. On the 8th. June, I was away, ill, and we had a bereavement, so I only placed 1 trade, unfortunately. Then July, we're smashing it. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I'll say 7 trades, but it's not, because the top 3 trades, that minus 54, there was that, the 612, and the over 1100 was all 1 trade. It was just 2nd and 3rd entry. Okay, so we don't class that as a loss, basically. It's all in 1 trade, so we technically only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades in July. And this is the thing, this is based off a 50k account, right? 50k funded account, so staying within the prop firm rules, okay, not violating the rules, and that's what you would be up from 5 trades in 1 month. It shows you don't need to be trading every day. Don't need to trade every day. You've got to wait for price to come to you. Just be disciplined. Just be disciplined. Yeah. So we're doing really good on stream. The last time I streamed, I'll show you on YouTube. I'll get it up now for you. I done 8 to 9 months streaming, and then we thought we'd bring it back in house. So I've always streamed live, but for members in house. But we did start YouTube last year, and we did track everything on there as well. And I'll show you them stats. The stats are unreal. Like, there's quite a few people who are trading on YouTube at the moment, right? But if you compare my stats to others, it's unreal. But you won't have heard of me. I'm a bit of a grey man, if you like. Well, we haven't been doing social media. We don't really do social media. We're more in-house for our members in our Discord. We're not big on just driving everything out there. We like people who we like the right people to come in. I like working with the right people. I don't like people who are just jumping on just to make a quick buck. You've got to think long term with it. It's not a get rich quick. Where's my fucking logbook? It is here. I've got that much on my list. Here we go. So this was last year's logbook. I'll get the dashboard up. So this was based off a 100k account. Okay. We only had one minus month on that stream, right? One minus month, and that was in February. It's where we took a full loss. Now, again, these streams, they've all got their YouTube link. Every trade taken is on the YouTube link. Yeah. So we absolutely smashed it. Again, it's all there. But yeah. So 90+% win rate on last time we were on stream. This win rate so far would be more, be about 95, because this is, I need to change this, but this is took the July, that -54 down as a loss, if you like. So that's why it's put the percentage down. But it's not really about the percentage win rate, because there's times where you have swoop entries, which is swoop entries very low risk. You sort of just, with a swoop entry, you're just testing to see if this is the reversal area. So you might lose $13 or something like that. It's classed as a break even technically, but so yeah, I need to get that changed really. Oh, fucking Christ. Absolutely bombing down, guys. That 30 closed. Please don't go. Please don't go. I best not start singing, because YouTube might, I'm not good of a singer. YouTube might think I'm playing songs with copyright. Oh, I don't know what I should sing. We need another close. If this 2 hour can close like this, then this wing back sell will become active. So here, and then drop. It's going to be an aggressive move though, so I can see as soon as the 2 closes, I reckon we can pull straight back. I'll have the wing back sell on. But if this 2 closes like this and we don't tap 3342, what we could do, if I get a pull back to this, we could then have sell stops underneath. But I've got to pull back. I've got to pull back before the sell stops. But if this comes down and taps this level, guys, I'm done for the day. Because you're then going to need to, once you've tapped that level, you can really mess about all day coming back up before the drive down. But there's loads of different areas where the pullback could happen. So it just, you're going to have to be on for a lot longer. So it's not for me. I'm done. It's Friday. Come on, calm down. Calm your tits. As long as we don't tap it. We've got 30 minutes. The new 30 is about to open, right? So if we can literally just get straight back up. Oh, no bottom wick. That's a good sign. Well, it might be a bad sign actually, because it might need to come down to create a bottom wick first, which could tap this area, then flip to the upside. No top wick. What are you doing, gold? What are you doing to me? Come on, flip. Flip, flip, flip. The issue we've got now is getting sell stops on underneath if we do pull back. Your advantage point is this. So it means you've only got 20 pips for your advantage point. Which is, yes, we could drive down to 3301. But this is definitely a rejection area. I'd rather take this wing back sell, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm going to get this wing back sell on the trade ideas. So this becomes valid. Back sell. Stops will be 3361. If you break that, then we're just wrong. Price needs to come up before coming down, and you're just going to mess about. So this is what I'm looking at, something like this. But it's got to happen without tapping this. It's got to happen without tapping that. So I'll put this box on when we've been activated, okay? If we pull back to this area, you can get sell stops underneath, but I'm not sure I'm going to do it now, to be honest with you, because the advantage point's being took away. Well, it's not being took away, but it's so small, there's just no point. Okay, let's get this on the trade ideas. Are you there, Jace? He's not even there, is he?
Yes, I'm still here.
Alright, okay. Just letting you know, mate, we're getting a trade idea on.
Yeah, I've been listening.
Oh, okay, mate. Text.
I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it, like.
You are?
Only on AUD USD.
Ah. 3357. 3357. 53. Are you watching my charts? Or not? Because if not, I'll stop streaming.
Yeah,
Oh, you are, yeah?
Chat, yeah.
Okay.
No,
Stop.
I'm going to trade for you. Not a problem.
3, 3, 6, 1. Because my OBS is going to go. So here's the thing with this. If we
Trade for you.
you are?
I'll flick trade for you on. I'm still here in the background.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Well, I'll stop that then. So guys, so our take partial move to risk free will be 3354. Because we've identified if you do come up, you can do that. Okay. So TP1 would be 335405, and TP2 will be the 3301. That's our extremities today. 3301. I need to check this because last time I put a trade idea on, I put the bloody TP1 was the bloody entry, or something the other way around, something like that. So we've got 3357.53 as a sell, wing back sell. We've got stops 3361.80. Yeah. We've got take partial move to break even is 3354.05, and TP2 you can take more partial here 3342 because we know that's our advantage point and we need to tap that. But I'm expecting price to potentially come down to 3301. Okay, that's what I've got going on. Let me mark this up. Lovely. We ideally need that 2 to... Let's go to the 1 actually. Three, 357.53. So risk wise, I'm gonna be probably 0.25% on 50k account. So what's that? Come on. Just on this screen. Yeah, hopefully that might help with the stream. So ideally we need the 2 to close below here for this to play out. Okay, so if the 2 can close below this, we're still valid. I'm low risk on this. Low risk. If the 1 closes above, or the 15, I think it was the 15, we'll just get out. But that's what I'm after, guys. That's what I'm after. 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, stops, 3, 3, 6, 1, 0, take profit. Three, 0. So I'm going to be risking $250 on this trade, and this is off a 50k account. Okay, 0.5%. Three, 5, 7, 5, 3. TP 3301. Okay, $250 I've got on this. So the only risk I've got on this is 0.5%. Okay, so we've got a 0.5% risk off a 50k account, which is $250. Is that right? That's right, isn't it? 1% is 500. So that's what we've got going on. Ideally, we need the 2 to close. And then it's a case of, can we get an aggressive top wick tap? But if we break this high, guys, on stops, it just means that price probably looking to come back up or driving down. But all I can see is we haven't tapped this zone yet. This is the advantage point. We know we can wick down here before doing it. If the 2 closes like this and you get a pullback to here, and then the new 2 opens up and pulls back first, to that we can then get sell stops underneath the 2 as well. Okay, so we've got 2 options. Whereas if this pulls back and doesn't tap our wing back sell, if we do flip, we could get activated. This would be our advantage point. Okay, this would be our advantage point. So yeah, we can look at that as well. And the stops would only be the higher the wick of where we pull back to. Okay, so we're close. Let's see how the 2 closes. I said I'd be done at 10, but I might stay on a bit longer. See how we're getting on this 2. I'm just gonna nip. What? What was that, Chase?
Oh, sorry, mate. I've got the volume was up. Turn it off.
Boom. Okay, I'll be back in a second, guys. Looking. Good morning, Nate. How are you doing, my mate? Jeez, it's all built up in America. Obama being sly, yeah? Ooh, bloody hell. Okay, we've got 4 minutes for a 2 to close. Ideally, we want this 2 to close, not tap our zone, and then... I think it has reconnection. That mean I'm back on then? I don't know if it's just reconnected on YouTube or not. Are we still on? I think we're still on. Connected stream and software to go live. Viewers will be able to find that stream. I am live. Nathan Dye. Welcome, Nathan Dye. Following. Welcome, mate. Nathan Dye. What a legend there. Don't know if I'm still streaming on YouTube. This is the issue. Chat disconnect. Please wait while we reconnect you. Successfully connected. Okay. I think I'm back on. Why is it not? Have a look on phone. Okay, it says I'm live. Am I on? Okay, we are. But why hasn't that message come through on the chat? Oh, it has. Yeah, we're on. Sorry about that, guys. Right, 2 is about to close in 50 seconds. If we pop down, tap the zone, we're done. If we pull back, tap our wing back area, then we're in. Okay? Simple as that. Don't want to talk about football. Don't ask me questions about football. I'm done in regards to football. So pissed off. No, fuck it, let's get into it. Let's get it. I tell you what, players are too spoiled. They're too spoiled. For a human being to be getting paid 375 grand a week, right? It's just ridiculous. It's stupid. Does my head in. And what's the point in having a contract with a player if he can ask to leave? This is what I would do, right? In the contract, and every contract has to have this in. In the contract, it says you have to fulfill the contract. If you want to leave and you not stop putting effort in, and if we refuse and go, no, well, you're in contract with us, right? But then you fling your dummy out the pram and start not putting the effort in. Not a problem. We just deduct your wages. That's what it needs to be. The issue we've got with football now, all these spoilt little brats, the power's in the players' hands. That's what does my head in. The clubs need to get power back. Like, you should be over the moon getting offered 10 grand a week from a club. You should snatch their hand off. To play for a certain club, you should snatch their hand off. Because I'll tell you now, right? Here's another thing. I think we, at the moment, this decade, or this era, probably the last 10 years, we're going through the worst standard of football, believe it or not. I'm going to say it is in players. It's the worst players we've had. I really do believe that. Like, if you think about it, I can see messages coming up. We're going through the worst standard of players. Like the 90s had proper players, the 70s had proper players. We're going through shit. Look, we've only got 2 decent strikers in the Premier League. 2? That's it. That's Haaland and Isak. Who else is there really? There's no one else. Danny Welbeck. Like, come on. Where in the 90s you had Shevchenko, Torres, Shearer, Rooney. Who else do we have? You know, the list goes on. They're all nightmare players. Gaza. But yeah. But do you know what I mean? We're going through the worst standard of footballers at the moment. And Rashford, prime example. 375 grand a week, right? And Spatty's done me out of the club. For me, the way you rectify it, not a problem. You don't get paid. You're not doing your job. And you're not putting the effort in training. You're getting a deduction in your wage. Simple as that. Just pisses me off. And you know what it is? I'm a Newcastle fan, right? This PSR shit. I feel so sorry for the average teams and the lower end teams. I feel sorry for them. There's no chance they're getting in the top 4, 5, 6, or even win the league. Because once PSR comes in, what it's done, wherever you are in the league, so the top 6, they'll remain the top 6. The mediocre teams in the middle, they'll remain there. The lower teams will remain there because PSR doesn't allow you to compete and get up there. You might get a rare one, you know what does it? But I think PSR is just, it's made it unfair. It's unfair. Look at Newcastle, richest club in the world. We can't even afford 300 grand a week for Isa. It'd kill us. How the fuck do we progress? How can we compete? When you've got Liverpool who can buy all these players and afford the money, Man U can afford the money, Chelsea, unlimited fund. I don't know where they're getting the money from. Unlimited funds at the minute. Like, how can we compete with these wages with these players? But then it comes back to the players. Is it the players' fault? Where they shouldn't be demanding that much money. No player should be on 300 grand a week. Like, there needs to be a cap. We need to get some realism into this situation. There needs to be a cap. I'm going to tell you a formula, what football should be. I know it'll never go like this because it's not a charity. It's a business at the end of the day. But I think the government need to do it, right? Because it'll help everything. This will sort football out. Fans will enjoy it more. We'll get the best out of players. We'll see the best players we've ever seen in the whole history of football. This is how you do it. You have a match day. You've got 11 players on the pitch. Every team is capped at 100 grand per game. That's for wages. 100 grand every team in the Premiership. Championship might be 50 grand, lower leagues 30, 20, whatever, right? But let's say, for example, 100 grand every game. That's for your wages. That's for your first 11, and then your subs and that. I'm live. Yeah. Get one out of Mason's room. I'll be out in a minute. You got your first 11, 100k. You break that 100k down to your top performers, and it works like the Fantasy League where you get rated. So top person, whoever's played the best in that game, will get the large amount. He might be on 20k, say, and that'll come down 10k, 8k, 6k. The shittest person on the pitch might only get 3k. Subs might only, if you're a sub and you don't come on, you might just get 1k. What that will do then, it'll put the power back in the club's hands. It'll make the players put the effort in it. Not a problem if you want to play shit, you just don't get paid as much. Not a problem. You got Rashford and that coming on for Man U. You can tell he doesn't want to be there. Hardly run, doesn't even run back. You're on 375 grand a week, mate. What? It's just cheeky. It's cheeky. You people graft all week for a ticket to watch you hardly run. It's upset. But anyway, so you do that, and then you say, well, how does teams attract players? Well, this is how you attract players to come to your club. It makes it a fair playing field for everyone to attract players. The way you attract players is you then invest in your local community, your towns. You make it a nice place to live. You make it a safe place to live. Yeah, you have the best schools. That's how you attract players to that area, by making your city beautiful. And that there will resolve football. You will get the best players in the world. You'll get the best players in history. It'll bring some common sense to this fucking stupid 400 grand a week for a human being to kick a ball about. Stupid when they've got people homeless and all sorts, right? It just resolve everything. It resolve everything and make no players bigger than a club. I think the way football is, and I'm just getting put off the money, even though I'm a Newcastle fan. I don't like the money situation. We're the richest club in the world. We can't spend anything. Would I be happy if we could spend? This is the thing, and you might think I'm a liar. If we were done City, with obviously just flinging money left, right, and Portsmouth, yeah, and just bought everyone, I don't know whether I would like it. I don't like it. I think a lot of people are going to start reverting back to lower league clubs. I think that's what people will do, because the money's just getting ridiculous. These players are just pissing people off. Isaac, what a shame. What a shame. Like, I get it. You've got miles shitter players on 300 grand a week. Rashford, I keep going to Rashford because he's a prime example. Rashford's dog poo. He had one good season. 375 grand a week. Isaac's miles better than him. So he's thinking, hang on a minute, he's dog poo. Why is he getting that? And I'm hardly getting paid anything. So I get it. He is worth 300 grand a week. Right? But, so I get why he wants to go. But in regards to, maybe he looks at the whole situation, he wants to win more stuff, and maybe it was just a fluke for Newcastle. He knows where we want to go. But yeah, I think it's just unfair at the minute. It's very unfair. And the way the PSR and that, so clubs can, I can't see Newcastle ever competing for the Premier League because of PSR. If we can't pay people higher wages, we physically can't do it. How are we ever going to get up there? Because that's all players want. They just want more wages. And players will always go for more money. And where's the players with the loyalty these days? Here's another thing I would change. I would go back to not in-house fully. I would say you've got to have at least 6 homegrown players. And I'm not on about English. I'm on about from the general area. Homegrown players. This will make the England team miles better. 6 on the pitch at once. Yeah, you can have a few foreigners in the team, but bring back homegrown players. What that'll create with the team, loyalty. A kid who's from the area, come through the academy, worked the way all the way up to the first team. You won't get people leaving for the money. The last person who showed proper loyalty was Shearer. He could have went to Man U, won everything, miles more money. We stayed at Newcastle. You don't get players like that in America because they're spoiled little brats. They think your life's no different 200 grand a week to 300 grand a week. It's not much different. But it's just greedy, man. I think they all like boast with each other in the clubhouse. Oh, I'm on this, I'm on that, and they're just like, oh yeah, well I'm getting this, and in their head that denotes them being a better player, who's on the highest wage, and I think it's all backwards. But anyway, that's my rant on football. You asked, I said I wasn't talking about football. I've had a good rant, I'm done. It looks like we're coming down, guys. If we tap this, I'm deleting this, and I'm done for the day. It looks like we're coming down to tap. One of them days where we watch price go where we know it's going to go, but we just can't seem to get in. I don't know who's watching, but if you're watching, whether you're into football or not, it's not a football channel. Okay, I'm trading Forex on YouTube. If you want to see the charts, head over to YouTube and you can watch what we're trading. We have got a sell limit on, but it's about to get deleted if we tap 3342. It could still play out, but that's what I want to see. It's Friday. Are you going to tap or what? What are you doing? This is what I was expecting, something like this, or what I wanted to see, something like this. Pull back, tap, and then we come through. Because we've tapped it, this is the thing, if we tap it, it means we're then going to have to wait for all this to play out. And it could just really mess about. So there's no point staying on the charts. I mean, what are we up this week? This week we're up quite a lot. We had 2 trades. I only got 5. I closed out full on this, but this went for 500 pips. This went for 500 pips. We had 500 pips on Monday. Okay, so this could have been a lot more, but I closed out a full. But I know members, and a guy who I mentor passed his full prop firm challenge from that one trade from Monday. It was a 9-1. Okay, so if you want to see that trade, what we took it, the link's there. I'll just look on the Relentless Hub YouTube and you can watch that back. But yeah, it went for the 9-1, I believe it was. Fantastic trade. He was over the moon. Right, what are you doing? Are you coming down or what? We're not there. What happens if price closes close to it like this? Could it still play out? See, we could just mess about here before tapping. Could do this. We were close to tapping there. We pulled back, and then we went. still valid as long as we don't tap. 3, 3, 4, 2. Tell you what. Oh, tell you what. I'm just thinking about swoop entry buy up. 15 closes back in like this. So you ideally want this 2 to come up in the first hour. So it can tap, and then the second hour, you've got enough time to then flip. So if we look at this, mark this up, and go down to the 30 minute. We have the 2 close and the 30 close bullish. So the first hour basically. So we need to activate this on the first hour. Sorry, yeah, within the first hour. So as you can see here, the 2 close there, then you had 30 minutes bullish, 30 minute close bearish but wicked up and tapped, and that means you've got 1 hour left to drive through. So really we need to get activated on the first hour in order to have enough time to push through with the next hour. So we need to get activated ideally. Even though we close, what did we close? And it's the first 30. So we need this 30 to be heavily bullish really. Yeah, I can't get sell stops on now guys, it's just hardly anything there. Oh, right, we'll do some admin while we're in it. I am Perry. Is that you, Perry, watching? It's the same Perry. I know. I suppose my computer doesn't explode, you know. There's that much stuff on. I'll be back in a second, guys. Come on, get up there. So we need the first 30 to be nice and bullish for us. Yep. Bloody hell. That's come from nowhere. Stop on. On. Come on. It's not too bad of a close on the 30. What the next 30 is going to do? What is going on, guys? I'm only on till 11, guys. We don't get activated by 11. Sun's out today. Do you know what that means? Sunbathing. Was that right? Bit of sunbathing today. Can we get up there? Really don't know what's going on here. Follow him off. We've got an hour and 27 left of the 2. 27 minutes left of the 1. Can this one be the one that gets activated? If it is, then we need this 30 to really... We need this 30 to be the one that really drives up. I'm just not sure this 30 can be it. We're done. Go on at that. You could potentially buy up, really. Just have to stop below this. If this 5 closes bullish, literally just have stops below there. But it is risky, like. Not really my sort of trade. Got no bottom whip on this 15. Come on, that 30. Get up there. All in trading. I think with trading, guys, it is literally 90% waiting, 10% execution. You've just got to be patient. You could be sat on for hours and just price doesn't do anything for you. You've got to be disciplined. Watch you guys. Come on. 19 minutes left for this hour to get up. Means this 30, we really need this 30 to drive. Fives are just not. We're not playing ball, are we? I think it might be because the 15's got no bottom width. 15's got no bottom width, yeah. See where this 15 lands. If this 15 breaks above here, that could potentially be the next 15. Be the one with pushes, but
It's funny because there's
Go to school, Pete. I'll try and catch you on Monday, mate.
yeah, no worries. Jace, have a good weekend, mate. Catch you later.
to get the trade, mate.
Aye.
Doesn't look like it's going up, like.
No, it's slow, like. I'll catch you later, mate. It's 15, it's hardly moving, guys. Come on, 15. I can't see it happening, guys. I don't think we're going to get up there. We might really mess about. This trade is still valid until we tap 3342. If we tap 3342, it's delete. Done. But I just can't see it's getting up at the moment. 15 closed doji. Yeah. We might need to come down and break the lows again. Come on the hour. Come on the hour.
July.
Six. Guys, doesn't look like that's going to happen here. Yeah. I'm just waiting on the hour to close, but it doesn't look like it's going to drive up on this hour. Maybe the next one, but I'm not staying on for that. and go for a breakfast, I think. Well, guys, no way we're getting up in an hour. 30 minutes closing bearish. Yeah, it looks like we're just messing about. So, like I said, the trade's still valid as long as we don't. If we tap 3342, then I'm just deleting it and we're done. Okay. If we do push up, I will be taking this as a sell. I've got lower risk on it. It's not only 0.25% risk on it. It's not too bad. No, it's not on mine. It's 0.5% I've got on this. So yeah, my take partially moved to break even. So if price does come up, tap, I will be going risk free around 3354 levels. Okay, I will go risk free at that point. It's an area where price can just carry on. But what we're trying to identify is the daily to drive down, and this is the pullback. What's going to happen? In order to drive down to the levels of 3301. So that's what I'm after today, ideally, if it's going to happen. And I believe there is some news around about 1:30. So that's going to have a bit of a impact whether you delete this around 1:30 or you keep it on whatever. But like I say, you tap this level, I'm deleting. Okay. Other than that, guys, I'm on next week. I should be on all week next week. Back on Monday. I'm gonna love yous and leave yous and have a fantastic day. See yous on Monday. I will keep this updated on the trade IDs in my Discord. If you want access to the Discord, jump into the descriptions. The link is there, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye bye.